That's me.
Is that you?
That's me.
It's begun.
You only had tier 4?
Young
Okay.
heroes, I was once like you. You have come to this place seeking to bring judgment upon the damned.
Dude, those are the original paladins? Oh my god.
You will venture deep into forgotten lands. You will see wonders
Looks like they've only
beyond
had Howard Jordan in
imagining.
this thing yet.
But be warned. The land itself will rise up against you.
He's tired. McConnell's tired really bad.
Long forgotten terrors will smother your courage. You will sacrifice everything. As the final darkness falls. In the end, all that awaits you is death.
I remember
Only
watching this,
then
dude. It was
will
like
you
2007.
understand. You've been following in my footsteps all along.
Destructible buildings, siege weapons, changeable hairstyles.
So come then, you heroes. Come in all your power and glory. For in the final hour, all must serve the one true King.
It was always like, jeez, dude. Wrath, it just, like, everything about Wrath just made sense. So, alright, we can just, you know what, for the sake of it, we can watch the cinematic. What the fuck, why not?
Hooray!
Hooray, what? Did you get 110? Or what, do you get 10?
No, it's just hooray, hooray. Just saying hooray. For
Okay, alright. Just a second, let me play it. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Wrath, oh, there it is. 10 years ago, this game came out. That's what's so fucking ridiculous. 10 years ago. This was, in my opinion, the best cinematic they've ever made. The second best, you guys might hate me for this, was WOD. 10 years ago.
My son, the day you were born, the very forests of Lordaeron whispered the name Arthas.
That's what I always imagined Ice Crown Old playing. I like how it was in game. That cloak, dude. They need to have those cloaks in game.
child. I watched with pride as you grew into a weapon of righteousness.
This was so iconic, man. My dad knows who the Lich King
Our
is.
line has always ruled with wisdom and strength. And I know you will show restraint when exercising your great
This
power.
part right here, dude.
But the truest victory, my son, is stirring the hearts of your people. I tell you this, for when my days have come to an end, you shall be king.
Jesus Christ, man. I said this is just the best one they've ever done.
Eh,
Which one's
okay.
better than that?
vanilla.
I don't think so.
I mean, we just disagree. You know.
I
mean, how
Go
can
ahead.
you have this awesome cinematic for the Lich King
Yeah?
and then turn him into a fucking cartoon villain that pops up every 5 fucking minutes in the expansion?
But was he really a cartoon villain?
Yes, of course.
I don't think he was.
You've fallen into my master plan. I was just testing you to see if you were strong enough to work for me.
That's not a
Give me a
car. Like, what?
fucking break.
No, give me a. That
That's
was
so
that was
fucking
good,
stupid.
man.
Fucking
that was
dumb.
good. Like, how is that dumb? I don't think that's dumb at
That's
all.
so cheesy and played
Oh,
out.
No, it's not. It was the first time they did it, and wow.
You're blinded by nostalgia.
No, I'm not. It was a great story, and just because, and like, all right, so what would have been better, McConnell? Oh, if we had just killed the Lich King, and he's like, oh, I'm dead now. Oh no. And Tyrion never breaks out of the ice cube. He never shatters Frostmourne. None of this shit ever happens, and he just flops over like a fucking fish.
Well, yes, of course. That would have been way better
No.
for fucking. Yes, that kind of death would have been way cooler for fucking Tyrion than a goddamn getting roasted by a goddamn fucking Hulkster in goddamn Broken Isles. Like,
So
who gives
this
a
is
shit about?
This is a personal agenda, then.
It's
You're
not a
mad that
personal.
Tyrion
No,
got his
I'm
ass
not.
beat by
No,
a
I'm
non-elite.
not.
He got his ass beat by a
not, dude.
non-elite. Because he said, Light, grant me one final blessing to break these bonds on the Lich King. And that was the last blessing. Because whenever we went to the Broken Shore, he got his ass beat. And it didn't fucking matter that he had the Ashbringer, because the guy that killed him was a demon and not an undead.
No, exorcism still works on demons too. Like, we get extra damage versus demons and undead. Both.
What?
Yeah, it still works on, like, paladins get extra damage on demons too, and undead.
That's dumb. Because
Why
if
is
you
that dumb?
because it's dumb because the demons they're not from they're from another world. Like, why would you have extra damage from something from another world? Everybody's
Because you
putting
can't resist holy damage. Everybody knows that. You can't resist holy damage.
You can. It's just you can't get holy resistance. Play the DK reveal trailer. What is the DK reveal trailer? DK. I think I just played that. Yeah, that was it. How to Death Knight Quest. Yeah. Wait, is this it? Death Knight Hero Class trailer? Jesus Christ, this is 7 years ago? Dick reveal. Oh yeah, you know what? This is even better than that, okay? I'm gonna play this one first before the DK reveal trailer. This is the first big cinematic they ever did. And this is the first time they ever had an in-game cinematic. So you were just doing quests in Dragon Blight, having a good time, playing the game, doing whatever, and you turn in a quest to Bolvar, and this shit pops up.
No, that's not true. That's not true. You weren't just doing random quests. This was the culmination of doing every quest in that zone, and this was the culmination of that. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but you weren't really paying attention.
But go off. That, as they say on Twitter, go off, but go off. You know, the woke Twitter.
Oh, woke
you know
Twitter, I mean? Yeah. This ain't it, Chief.
I hate that shit, dude. I hate
weird flex, but
I,
okay.
Yeah, that I hate fucking this ain't it, Chief, and I fucking hate weird flex, but okay, and every fucking variation of that. Shit's so fucking annoying. If you say that, you're dumb as fuck, and fuck you. All right, play it.
Well, they're just basic little loser kids that have no originality, and they say the same thing every time. It's the same as Yikes. I think Yikes is the same thing, but people don't really use it as much. They're just weird losers. So this shit would pop up, like after you did all the quests in Dragon Blight, boom. Right there.
Pylon Bolvar! Take the light! For the order
Big dick Bolvar, man.
Back, you mindless wretches!
Look at that face, dude.
Fight on, brothers!
Undead Calendar. Viper, whatever the fuck they are. This actually like, besides
Rise
their
up,
faces,
sons of the Horde! Blood and glory await us! Targal for the Horde!
that's Sarfeng's son.
I was wondering if you'd show up.
I couldn't let the Alliance have all the fun today.
That's the guy that was in the Old Soldier cinematic. The orc.
Arthas! The blood of your father! Of your people!
Well, that
demands justice! Come forth, coward, and answer for your crimes!
Just comes out by himself. That's it.
You speak of justice, of cowardice. I will show you the justice of the grave and the true meaning of fear.
Enough talk! Let it be finished!
Can't win them all. Just beat his ass right there, one hit.
You will pay for all the lives you've stolen, traitor!
Boldly stated, but there is nothing you can... What?
I always forget about this part, I don't know why.
We had forgotten. Did you think we had forgiven? Behold now the terrible vengeance of the Forsaken!
Sylvanas.
Death to the Scourge! And death to the living!
Isn't over. can see. This is the hour of the Forsaken.
Jesus, all these times the Forsaken are causing trouble.
No escape for any of us.
They're just like Lord of the Rings shit coming out right at the end. Should've brought the dragon earlier. And that's how his body got burned whenever he became the Lich King. God, dude.
Eh.
You are such a contrarian for no fucking reason.
I mean, it was okay.
Then what is good to you?
What's good?
Yeah, what do you consider good?
Let's see. What did I actually like in WoW?
This will take a while.
Yeah, I don't know, honestly.
Really?
I'm not a contrarian.
I
just have.
Your taste is just so refined. These plebeian videos don't sate your interest. Is that it?
No, I'm not saying that.
Oh, of course not.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Look, it's silly. Whatever.
What was silly? What was silly about it?
Why would Sourfang's son just randomly charge the fucking Lich King like that and then get his soul goddamn absorbed like that? It's so
Because
dumb.
he's a stupid fucking orc.
How can no? That's bullshit. He was raised by Sourfang. I would expect Sourfang to raise his son a little bit better than that.
Sourfang never does anything like that. Just a minute. Okay, just a second. Yeah, he was raised by Sourfang. Well, let's look at what Sourfang would do. Just we're not gonna watch the whole thing. He's going right out there by himself.
He was suicidal. This is a good. No, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
He was completely fucking suicidal here.
Right?
He wanted to die with honor. He wanted to die.
Well, that's
a completely different fucking situation than
not at all,
Sourfang's son.
because
Yes, it's completely different. Yes, it is. It's so fucking different. That's absolutely fucking different, and you fucking know, you little prick.
It's different, but it's the same too. Look at Garrosh.
It's not the same at all, you dumbass.
Orcs do the same thing. They get mad and then they run in and die. That's what they always do. That's what they've always done.
It is fucking different with Sourfang.
Every time they do the roar and then they go wild.
Jesus Christ, you're an idiot.
Jeez, dude, like this is the thing, man. Like his dad, like father, like son. This is it, man. It's the same fucking thing. Like obviously it's not the exact same, but it's similar. Okay? Like I don't see how that's. Come on, man. Like. They did the same thing, and why would he not do that? Maybe he thought he was going to beat the Lich King's ass. Like, the guy he was overconfident. He got overconfident, and he got his ass beat. What's the surprise about that? There's been plenty of times where people have run in, like, all by themselves and gotten their ass beat.
Okay.
Look. And what's the part about his soul thing? Of course Lich King's going to absorb his soul. That's what the Lich King does. That's like his job.
The cinematic was just a setup for one boss. They needed a reason for one more boss in ICC. That's the whole point of the fucking cinematic.
You think they made this cinematic just to get the fourth boss in ICC to make sense?
Yeah.
But why didn't they have a cinematic for Marrowgar then?
Why the hell would they need one from Marigar? He was just a random boss.
What about Putricide?
A random boss.
What about the Blood Princess?
Random bosses.
What about Blood Queen?
Random boss.
What about the gunship battle?
Random ship.
Listen. How you really think it's random? It's just always a random ship. Yeah, it was just Sarfang just randomly in a ship. He's just, sailing around Icecrown. He's like, I don't know, let's go see if we can go over to Taco Bell. And then, oh wow, why is the Alliance here too? And then they just get in a battle? No, they're doing it. It all makes sense. The cinematic set up like 8 different things, man. It set up Bolvar having his body burned and becoming the Lich King. It set up the idea of like these other fucking dickheads, this guy right here. I thought they were going to make a third faction out of this. As soon as I saw this clip, I was like, oh my god, the Undead are going to be a third faction. That's not what it was at all, but still. Like, and that set up the battle for the Undercity. And it made it to where like all the dragons did like their thing. And like, there's like 8 different things that came out of this.
Okay. If it wasn't a setup for Dranosh, it was purely a setup for Bolvar so he could become Lich King. And that's lazy and stupid.
But like, everything's a setup. Like, what do you mean it's a setup? Everything's a fucking setup because they're telling a story. They're setting up the story.
You can believe what you want to believe, okay?
Yep. I can. I'm just saying, man, I think it's a little bit faulty logic. Okay? That's all I'm trying to say. Could be a lot, like, I just expected more from you, that's all.
That was your first mistake. You shouldn't expect anything from me.
I guess so. This is here. 3.2. 3.3.
Rise up, Argent Crusaders! The hour of justice has come!
This is my favorite dungeon here. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen this. Why would
Can
you
you
just have
feel it, my son? Closing in all around you. The light's justice has been awakened. The sins of the past have finally caught up to you. You will be called to account for all the atrocities you committed. The unspeakable horrors you've let loose upon this world. Dark, ancient powers you've enslaved. Though my soul was one of the first to be devoured by your evil, there are thousands more bound within this blade, and they cry out for release. Look now to your defenses, my son, for the champions of justice gather at your gates.
This is actually good. Jesus Christ.
Let them come. Frostborn hungers.
I just like I think the last time they've had a good cinematic like that was probably, I guess, like the Jaina cinematic I thought was good, but besides that, I don't think there were any other like really good cinematics. Like, yeah, I mean the Illidan cinematic was okay. It was like, I guess the Illidan cinematic was good because it wasn't expected, right? Nobody knew it was going to happen. The Older War cinematic was garbage. The WoD, well, I mean, like in terms of in-game cinematics. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, in-game cinematics. What was that for grade and WoW? Rejection of the, yeah, I thought that was okay. 5.2 Thunder King. I don't think I've ever even seen that actually. And Bronzebeard, Jen and Sylvanas was good. I just don't feel like, I mean, they were good, but I don't think they hold up at all compared to like the old cinematics. Like the there's just something about them that just makes it like a little bit like larger than like what it really is. And I think the cinematics now don't really have that. Like maybe it's just nostalgia, but the Ysera death too. Like I mean, really, I don't know. It didn't really get me. Like I don't know. I didn't really care about Ysera dying. It didn't matter at all. Was it most shit? Don't compare it to. Yeah. Fireland cinematic was good. Yeah. The funny thing is, there's a lot of these cinematics that I've probably never even seen. Because, like, back then, I didn't give a fuck about the cinematics. I was like, yo, when is the game out? Like, I would only watch the cinematic, like, the baseline cinematic, and that was it. TOT. Let's see, 5.4. Oh, whenever Garrosh beats the shit out of that guy, the panda, I guess that one was okay, but it wasn't amazing. At least I don't think that it was. Siege of Orgrimmar. Zulaman was terrible as well. Watch 4.3 Firelands. Yeah, I don't remember any of that at all. Watch Paragon's heroic 25-man Lich King kill. That was so long ago, man. Like, it's so crazy to think, like, that was, like, what? Like, 8 years ago or something like that? I don't know. Garrosh versus Thrall. Garrosh didn't do nothing wrong. Yeah, exactly. Of course.